Hello, everybody. Welcome back. How are you? I have missed you so much. This is Meredith with the Healing Hummingbird. For those of you who are familiar with me, you know that I have been posting a lot less lately, and that is because there's been just the best stuff happening in my life. Big, huge manifestations, big blessings that I needed to really show up and be present for. So I hope that you've been well. Thank you so much for your patience. I wanted to check back in with you and do a September month ahead reading. And the season is changing. My flowers are getting tired, so I wanted to share the beautiful color of them that is left with you today as we welcome in a change of season coming up. So I don't know if it's been super hot where you've been, but it definitely has been here. So I am ready for more temperate, calmer weather. So let's just take a nice natural breath in. And on an exhale, let's just release the day so far. Let's do that one more time. Let's inhale in and exhale out and just land here together. I felt like we needed a little pause of silence there, so I don't know if things have been really busy for you too, but let's just take this time. Let's just do a really simple, straightforward read of what we've got to look forward to in the month of September. What do we need to know? So we have groups 1, 2, and 3. Group number 1, one of my last beautiful impatiens of this season. Group number 2, this is sweet Alyssum. It has a beautiful honey scent. And then group number 3, we have snapdragons. And my mom's best friend growing up used to make these sing to me. So that's always like a fond memory. All right. So if you need time to hear from your spirit guides, your intuition, to choose what group resonates the most for you, please feel free to hit the pause button here and sit for as long as you need. Otherwise, I will see you at the top of your timestamps that are listed below. Okay, so for those of you who chose group number 1 with the impatient, let's get your messages for the month of September. First, I do want to ask for your permission, group number 1, to connect to your energy and deliver spirit's messages today. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Sweet Pea, my little kitty cat, is very attentive. So I don't know if you have a furry friend in your life who is wanting to send you their loving support, but that's already jumping out to me here. Cats also can symbolize companionship for me, so that might be something that's been on your mind for this month. But let's go ahead and start with tarot. So for group number 1, for the highest good of all, what do we need to know for the month of September? Oh, okay, that's quite a lot. We probably won't take all of those. Let's do that. Okay, so first we have the 4 of Swords coming out. Then the 3 of Wands. Oh, Sweet Pea. Okay, you might have a kitty visitor in your video. That means you're just extra special. And then we have 8 of Wands. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So the 4 of Swords, let's talk about that because this imagery isn't beautiful, right? So, but it's not too bad, I promise. 4 of Swords just really means that you need to rest. You might be recovering from some type of illness or something, really coming out of a period of life where you're feeling very overworked. You're just like at your wit's end. And it's kind of like, I don't know, typically the imagery of this card is a person laying over a sword and their sword's above him. So he's like meditating on something underneath of him. So I wonder if you've been really taking a look at your past and wondering why you are feeling so drained in certain situations. That seems to be something that you're wanting to heal and move forward from. So this could be recovering from grief, it could be recovering from a relationship or some type of falling out. Either way, in the present position for this month, this is an excellent card. We have the 3 of Wands. So this is somebody who is ready for their ships to come in, someone who's set out plans, made them, taken action, and you're ready to see the return on that. We also have a lot of communication for you in the future position as well, in the Eight of Wands. So this is interesting. Your read has already come out as like a past, present, future, which wasn't technically the the intention that we set straight out the gate, but maybe that is how you're viewing things right now, past, present, future, and you're just really needing some clarity. I hope you're seeing the kitty whiskers up here as Sweet Pea is making a guest appearance in your reading. But okay, Sweet Pea, no. So there might be a need to set some boundaries in order to move forward into this great opportunity, honestly, that's ahead of you. In the Suit of Wands, this could mean career or love, something that you're really passionate about. So maybe just not wanting to repeat old cycles. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and get some clarity for you. We're wanting to get the spirit animal deck out. I'm seeing them pointing to that. Okay, so for group number 1, could we get some clarity, please? Spirit, we know that coming out of a chapter of recovery, moving into new opportunity, and lots of action. So for those of you, if anybody's an entrepreneur here or taking on a new job, I'm seeing big success here. A lot of people wanting to talk to you about this. And we have the spider energy coming out. That's not surprising. And I feel one more for you. Beaver. Oh, everybody loves a beaver. For a lot of you, this is career. Okay, so the spider energy is all about what you're creating. What do you want? This could also be about networking with the right people. Maybe you had to endure a really shitty professional situation. Wow, I might be in this group. That really resonates for me. Where you're feeling like practically heartbroken. So it could be like you were promised something, or when you were hired, it was really mischaracterized, like the situation that you were getting into, and it wound up being really unhealthy. And you're like literally recovering from that and thinking, what do I want to create out of this? Well, I'm here. What kind of network can I leverage? And that has really boosted you and given you a ton of upward momentum. So you could have transitioned into a different part of your company. You could have taken these skills that you got at this job and you're applying them to a new career field. And the beaver is an incredibly hard worker, someone who's very family oriented, someone who's funny, very good at building structures. So someone who's logical, but also a hard worker. So that's awesome. I feel like you were able to really pull yourself out of a bad situation. So I wonder if you're about to start and you're like, okay, I know I'm going to be a lot busier in this situation, and how am I going to be able to handle that? So that's a great question. Let's see. Okay, actually they're wanting to clarify a bit further. Let's see what themes are coming in for you in the month of September. Again, this could apply to relationship. I mean, take it as it resonates. Don't let the rest take from you. But for most of you here, this is definitely career. Okay, what themes for group number 1 did you want to bring up, Spirit? I just heard hard worker. You've been working so hard. Ooh, okay. Illumination. We love that. Feeling 2 for you. Yeah, so it could be that you're realizing like why you had to go through certain things, or why it was helpful to go through certain situations. You've probably learned a lot about yourself just over the past like year and a half or 2 years. Okay, what other theme for group number 1? Just hearing good for you. A lot of proud supporters for you over here. Okay. We have intuition. Okay. Illumination and intuition. Aha. So I feel like not only is this a huge step on the ladder, so you're probably getting more compensation or just a better comp package overall, but this is probably a better use of your skills. So wherever you're moving to, it feels like you're able to use your intuition, you're able to be more creative. And because of that, people are really going to see you start to shine. So maybe you were like pretty underutilized or misutilized in this other situation, which if that's you, I really feel for you. I've definitely been there. But at the same time, I feel like you're being a good sport about it, to oversimplify it, because I don't know, I just feel like you're able to see the connections between things, and you're able to forge a path ahead that maybe wasn't a traditional path. You might have surprised people in the move that you made, but that's okay. Let them be in awe of you. My dear group number one, you have earned this, and you definitely deserve that. So please don't ever question that. But I can feel this kind of like, I just want to know that everything's going to be okay type of thing. So let's get some angels and ancestors out here for you for the month of September, for this career change. Moving on up. That one wanted to come out, didn't it? Oh, you have the Shaman. Trust in higher forces. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. And then we had a couple more. We will take those. So they actually want me to talk about this before I lay these down. So with the Shaman, when the previous role came through, that was probably like you were thinking an answer to something you were wanting to usher in. So like, I want this next job to be a place that I stay at for a long time, or that I'm very happy in, for example. So maybe you like put those intentions out there, and it was probably pretty disappointing to get in and learn that like that position was not it for you. However, I feel like because you've been such a good sport, you've stayed put, you've made wise decisions and set yourself up for the future, you're going to be rewarded big time. Big time. And a lot of this has to do with you. So this wouldn't happen for just anybody, group number one. You're truly a hard worker. People value what you have to offer, and you know what you bring to the table as well. So good for you. I love that for you. We also have retreat and recharge. So, oh yeah, okay. So in this new situation, you might have more independence, where you're able to come up with your own stuff, go off on your own and do it, and then present it to other people. Definitely a beaver moment there. Because they're working on the dams, and then people will find them, or they will present them to them after working and working and working. So I just feel like you're able to, like, I feel like your workflow is going to be more suited to your preference. And then we also have Hunter, track down your fears and desires. So I feel like your people in spirit are showing up, and they're just like reminding you that this was a co-creation, and not to be scared that it's here now, that this is all good things. This has happened for a big, beautiful reason, and you are part of that reason, dear group number one. So let's get final messages of abundance for you. This is amazing. I am so happy for you. I think I am a part of this group as well, if I'm totally transparent here. So yay us, we deserve this. Okay, divine abundance for group number one. Grounded. And flow. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is like what you originally wanted is now coming in. It wasn't this first step because you had to like kiss a couple frogs to find the prince, but now it's coming down into reality because you were able to, I don't know, I just feel like you were able to make the best of things for a while, and spirit was asking, like the universe was asking you to just kind of sit tight for a little bit, be patient, and now this huge thing has come through for you, this big raise, promotion, a new translation of these skills that you've acquired, and now you're able to really tap into this beautiful flow, where you're really able to create in a way that feels very, very good for you. So it feels like maybe you'll have more opportunities to either work remotely or work independently and just really put your touch on things. So maybe what you were doing before was more automated, more monotonous. This has more to do with who you are and what you can truly offer. So that is amazing. I'm so happy for you, group number one. Those were your messages for the month of September. I will go ahead and step back from your energy at this time. Thank you so much for sharing your energy here with me today. And I'm sending you tons of love and light. See you soon. Bye. Okay, for those of you who chose group number 2 with the sweet Alyssum, let's go ahead and take a look at your month of September. And of course, before we get started, I do want to ask for your permission to connect to your energy and deliver Spirit's messages today. All right, awesome. Let's go ahead and get some tarot on the table and see what we have for the month of September, what we have to look forward to. What do we need to know for the highest good? For group number 2, please. Okay. Oh, that's looking great. 9 of coins. Oh, my gosh. Okay, lots of cards coming out today. We'll do 4. Feeling 4. All right. And actually, there were 5 that flipped out. I'm going to keep this one over here because I feel like it's a clarifier. Okay, so first over here we have the 9 of coins kind of paired with the 6 of swords. So the 6 of swords is like, it talks about a necessary yet not easy transition. So this could be like moving, something that takes a lot of effort, something that comes as a result of an ending of some sort. But I feel like because it's coming out with the 9 of coins, which is a card about personal wealth and success, that it's like things are so good coming into the month of September that this transition is a bit easier than it might be otherwise. So you might have like a bit more money than you expected to have. So maybe you're able to cover expenses a bit easier. But whatever the case, I just feel like you have more abundance than you expected coming into the month. So what an amazing way to kick off the read. But you are having to deal with something that's practical, something that you have to do. This would not be a surprise. You would know what this is. For some of you, I feel like you're like actually like literally moving. So this could be quite a big move across states. Okay, but then we also have, these are like coming in pairs. We have the 4 of Wands and the King of Coins. So the 4 of Wands sometimes can talk about marriage or someone that you're married to. For a lot of people, I feel like this is talking about your significant other, and they're coming through as the King of Coins. So let's talk about who that typically looks like. King of Coins is someone who is amazing at business. It's almost fun to them. Money is not difficult to deal with for the King of Coins. So they're great with practical matters, great with like house, car, organizing, like working with the material world, if that makes sense. He's very patient, very tolerant, great dad. Who doesn't love a King of Coins, right? He'd also be a great boss. So this could be someone who is a bit higher up in their professional career. So, okay, this is where the clarifiers comes in. Thank you so much. I almost just totally flipped this card back into the pile, and I'm so glad that one of my guides pointed at it and was like, we're gonna need that. Okay, so, oh, we have the 8 of coins. Okay, so I feel like this King of Coins is here in the month of September to help you take away some of the burden that you've been shouldering. This could be something that you have been doing independently. Maybe this is revealed to them in the month of September. So this could be like they didn't realize how much effort you were putting into like cooking or cleaning, or something that has to do with the relationship, something that has to do with the family. And something about the month of September, they're able to observe you and go, oh my gosh, they're like putting in so much effort. I really need to step up and help them. But it doesn't feel like something that you're going to have to ask them to do. They're going to do it. So that's amazing. You, my group number twos, I usually have a group like this, tend to do everything by themselves or want to do everything by themselves. So you might not like to ask for help. I just heard, I'm getting better at it. Okay, I will take your word for it. But there is this King of Coins figure coming in for you, to just take some stuff off your plate. I mean, look, listen, you're tired. Look at that. It's uncomfortable. Okay? And he wants to help. So someone has a sassy spirit guide. I just heard, let him help you. Let him help you. Okay, let's start to get some clarifiers on the table. You've got quite a busy month ahead of you, group number two. Big transition. I mean, extra money doesn't hurt. But you got a big transition. Looks like kind of like an upgrade in the relationship over here. Feeling more supported than before. So what themes could you clarify for group number two for their month ahead, please? Okay. Oh, all right. We've got a few. So first we have hunger. I feel like you're leaving that behind. There's plenty for everyone, I'm hearing. You also have protection. Oh, so you might have been concerned about this transition, wanting to make sure that everything goes smoothly. There might be other people involved. Some of you might have like children or pets, other loved ones that you're just wanting them to. I just feel like you've been concerned about them. So there could be a couple things that are out of your control, like are they going to be able to make friends, or are they going to be happy in this new environment? And I feel like your King of Coins person is going to assist you and help you feeling safe and helping you to just kind of surrender that over. But also you have a lot of spiritual support as well. And then we also have strength. So also the Four of Wands, number 4 is a number of strength for me. So this relationship over here, some of you, this could be dad, father relationship. Most of you, I feel like it's significant other. So like a romantic connection. It's going to come in very, very strong in the month of September. Wow. So your reading is a lot about like addressing basic physical needs, right? Hunger, protection, strength. These are all like your basic needs are being met. So I'm really getting for most of you here a physical move that has to do with the roof over your head. Okay. Let's see who is supporting you during this time. So I feel like you've just been, I don't know, I honestly feel like things have been going pretty well. But it's just a lot. I just feel like you've been dealing with a lot of details over here. So you're just, yeah, see from a higher perspective. So you might be getting a little stuck in the details, lost in the sauce over here. And Spirit's like, just keep in mind the bigger picture. Like once you're there, it's going to feel like the weight of the world is off of your shoulders. Oh. Okay, not quite. We'll keep going. What else for group number 2? Besides Eagle Spirit. Who else is showing up for group number 2? Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. So for some of you, this could be rekindling part of the relationship. If this is a long-term marriage or a long-term partnership, you could be finding new strength here. So something about relocating could just kind of give you a little rebirth. And I feel like you're totally open to that. You might have even been hoping like, oh, maybe this will make a difference. So maybe you'll be able to move past some things. But also, I mean, this King of Coins seems to be doing their own work, which is amazing. Like observing that you need assistance and then offering theirs because it's the right thing to do, because it's the fair thing to do. So maybe things have felt a bit unfair. And don't get me wrong, I don't believe that relationships are ever perfectly 50-50. I mean, you know, like things are more nuanced than that. And I feel like you're super reasonable. You must feel that way too. But things are going to be more even in the month of September, which is going to be a huge relief for you. Okay. And let's get a couple spirit animals here. So what type of energy surrounding group number 2 during this big transition? Anything else they need to know about the month of September for their highest good? Truly helpful healing information, please. Hearing you're waiting for the right moment. Again, this theme of patience is coming through. That came in with group number 1 as well. Buffalo. Okay. And beaver again. Okay, so there was that connection again that came through with group number 1. So if you were torn between those two, I definitely recommend going back and watching group number 1. So with the beaver, for you, I feel like this is directly related to your relationship to the family structure. It feels like you are building or rebuilding strength there with the energy of the beaver. And then with the buffalo, I feel like you, and the eagle, honestly, those are both very high vibrational creatures. A lot rooted in like spiritual beliefs, being connected to spirit, delivering spirit messages. So I feel like you've been very, very patient and understanding with the way the universe has worked all of this out. And they're saying that you will get what that means. So I'll just let that hang out there. I was about to say, what does that mean? But I just feel like you've been in this for the long haul, and you're going to see that come back to you in the month of September. So maybe you've been planning this move or considering it for quite a long time and just wanted to make sure the funds were there, the relationship was in a good place, the whole family was feeling good, and now it's time to do it. So good for you. I'm hearing rounds of applause for you. Absolutely, they're validating that you're doing the right thing. Okay, let's get a parting message of abundance for you, group number 2, although this has been all good things, honestly. And I feel like this is a good time of year to move too. Like the weather is usually pretty good. So I feel like that'll go pretty well as well. Okay. Got your abundance there. And let's take a look. Oh, okay. Your path. And faith. Yep, exactly. It's kind of just an echo of the messages that have been coming through the whole time. And then with the buffalo, they're showing me this image of like how they all follow each other for miles and miles and miles. So it could be that you are moving to a place that either you've been before or you know somebody who's been there before, you have heritage there, something like that. However that shakes out for you, you could even just have like a spiritual tie to that place that you can't explain, but it just feels like home. You knew when you got there that you needed to be there, if that makes sense. It's like a knowing, and just you've had faith, you've put in the hard work, and now you're seeing the reward of it. So congratulations, group number 2. I'm so excited for your move. I will go ahead and step back from your energy at this time. I hope that that resonated for you. Those were your messages for those of you who chose the sweet Alyssum. What a sweet month, sweet energy to come in and protect you. I just see you kind of like being wrapped in this beautiful blanket. So I'm sending you tons of love and light, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye. Last but not least, we have group number 3 with the Snapdragons. If you chose these adorable flowers, let's go ahead and get your messages for the month of September. Now, before we get started, I do want to ask for your divine permission to connect to your energy and deliver Spirit's messages today. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We'll get some tarot for you, group number 3, to see what you have in store for the month ahead. What do you need to know about for the highest good? Inviting truly helpful healing messages for you today for the month of September. All right, group number 3, Spirit. What do they need to know for their month of September? What do they have to look forward to? I'm hearing the conjunction junction song. That is super specific. So I wonder if you're like at a crossroads, maybe you're making a choice. Oh, we have the 10 of Cups. Oh my gosh. This is like happy family. Beautiful. Let's see what else comes out. Let's see if that conjunction message comes out again. Interesting. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups. Oh, you're getting a different layout. I can already see that. 3 of Wands. The Page of Coins. And I just heard a little kid outside. And the 9 of Cups. Wow. Okay. This is my relationship pile. Okay, let's talk about you two. So I'm straight up seeing like a love relationship. So if that's not resonating, this is probably not your pile. Just tell you straight up, okay? Over here we have the Knight of Cups. This is someone who's very charming, someone who's very chivalrous, very romantic, someone who's very, very tender and probably intuitive as well. So this person is bringing a lot of emotional intelligence to the connection. What's shared here is your goal, which is a happy household with the 10 of Cups. This is like people who create a family that are so full of love that they share it with other people in the neighborhood. They share food, they share their space. They're just so generous, and I feel like both of you want that, and that's part of you coming together. Now this person, okay, we have the 3 of Wands with the Knight of Cups, with the romantic, with the chivalrous person. So this person in the month of September is feeling, I feel like most of you probably already know each other, but we'll get some clarity on that, so I wouldn't hold on to that quite yet. But this person in the relationship, in the connection, is feeling super hopeful, super optimistic. They're feeling like things are moving up, things are starting to materialize. They're starting to see evidence of this being a real possibility, and they're getting really excited about it. They're like, yes, I've been waiting for this. I want it. I'm proposing it. And now I'm seeing, it's like they're seeing the stepping stones to their end goal, and they're really, really excited. And over here we have a Page of Coins. So this is someone who's probably a bit more inexperienced than the Knight. The Page could also be younger in spirit or physically. So someone who's just like maybe a little more youthful or playful. But the Page of Coins is someone who is actually quite mature for their age. They're very pragmatic, they're very practical, reliable, loyal. They do what they say they're going to do. So this is not a flaky person at all, at all. Very practical, very pragmatic. This is someone who would demonstrate affection probably by like acts of service. So they might like cook for you, they might clean things up, do a chore that they know that you don't like, they might fill your car up with gas, that type of stuff. Where this person over here, the Knight, would be like, let me say to you the most beautiful words you've ever heard. Let me write you a poem. Let me sing you a song. Let me create something for you. Let me get you flowers. So kind of a beautiful matchup here. And this page, also this is earth energy, by the way. So that could be significant for you. Whereas the Knight of Cups, of course, is water energy. But the Page of Coins is feeling like this is a dream come true. Like this is a personal wish fulfillment, and they're just one step away from the 10 of Cups. So it feels like both of you are really on the same page. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get your spirit animals to see what energy each of you are bringing to the table, and then your shared energy for the month of September. So this feels like a significant month for you. Wow. Okay, we have the hawk. Oh, wow, there's a hawk over here as well. Wow, wow, wow. This person's very intuitive, so they could be seeing signs and synchronicities that led them to you, confirming that they're with the right person. They also could be a communicator with spirit. They could receive messages for themselves and others. Okay, and then we have butterfly. So the page is coming out of their cocoon. They feel like they're coming into this personal, like it's almost like they can't believe this is real or that you're real, and they're starting to believe that they deserve you, that they deserve this. So you can see the difference. You know, I said the page is a bit more inexperienced between a hawk and a butterfly, but both still are flying. Okay, so you're still on the same page, you're facing each other. It's just a little bit of a different experience, but you're just different people. So I wonder if you were concerned about that, the difference in experience there, if maybe you weren't able to understand each other, and I'm not seeing that being an issue so far. And let's get the shared energy, please. Besides 10 of Cups, which is honestly like one of the best cards you could possibly get, we have the Moth. Okay. Like a moth to a flame. Yeah, I feel like you both are drawn magnetically to each other. You might, if you're the hawk, no, I feel like it's going to be different. So the hawk person might need to pace things out a bit differently than they thought, in a way that makes room for the butterfly to be themselves. So it could be that the butterfly is like, let's slow down and really enjoy falling in love. Let's slow down and really enjoy dating. Or like the hawk is like, hey, what's our 3-year plan? Let's talk about finances. And like all that stuff is important. But I can feel like maybe the hawk person is observing that in the butterfly and wanting to make room for them. And so that's why we have this moth kind of energy coming through. It's still with the moth, I feel like it's very passionate. You're wanting to be together all the time, day and night. You're just like magnets. You just can't help it. So even when you're apart, you probably miss them immediately. You probably think about them all the time. So just know that that's shared. That's very mutual. Wow. Okay. Let's get some angels and ancestors out here. This is awesome. I'm so happy for you, group number 3. This is the type of connection that I feel like is a long time in the making. So you might have felt like I'm waiting, and now finally they're here. And I don't want to mess it up because it's my dream come true. Oh my gosh. Oh, we had one that was already flipped over. Okay. Medicine Mother. That was unexpected. Let's cut again for you. Spring. See your seeds grow. Interesting. So this could either be someone that you met in the spring. Okay, well, this could have a couple different couple different meanings. You could have either met them in the spring of this year or next spring. This hawk person is planning to take things to the next level. Okay, that could mean a lot of different things. It could mean saying I love you for the first time. You know, for some people that really takes a while. It could mean proposal. It could mean you move in together. It could mean a lot of different things. But I'm just seeing some type of action being taken by the hawk in the springtime for some of you. This could also mean that there's a lot of like sexual vitality here. So good for you. And I hope you can still hear me, because the whole time that I've been talking about the spring card, my hip has been cramping. So you might want to take a look at the sacral chakra as well, because that's really like, ah, over here on my end. So there could be, I'm just feeling a lot from the hawk person. There's this abundance of love. There's this abundance of passion that they're wanting to share with the butterfly person. And maybe the butterfly person needs to do some healing of their own. So that could come up in the month of September. They could kind of unexpectedly realize something. I don't feel like anything's going to really happen in a negative way at all, but there just could be this realization like, oh my gosh, I still need to, I need to do this work. And I feel like the hawk is more than happy to allow the butterfly person to do that, which is beautiful. Again, the hawk person's very intuitive. So anything intuitively going on with you, any type of healing, they're going to be very understanding about. You might not get that impression right now, but I am definitely seeing that. Okay, let's get a couple themes coming out in the relationship in the month of September. Anything else that group number 3 needs to know? Oh, okay, we've got a couple. We have peace. And we have rejection. Interesting. So there could be some type of misunderstanding or some type of unknown that's shared between you. Okay, and I'm just going to be super straightforward about this because it's being laid out to me like this. The hawk person is able to handle the unknown a little bit with a bit more ease. Okay, I'll put it like that. They're bringing a lot of peace, a lot of peaceful energy, a lot of grounding energy into this relationship. The page is bringing this like rebirth, dream come true, wondrous energy into the relationship. There is some healing that the page is working on. This is going to be key this month, that the page is willing to heal that, because I do feel like the page could interpret something as rejection when it isn't, if that makes sense. So an example they're bringing up for me is like, maybe in the past you've had partners who have really judged your appearance harshly, and you might assume the other person is doing that when they're not. Okay, so that's kind of a potential consequence there. So really important that the page steps away and addresses that with themselves. But I don't feel like it's a glaring issue. I feel like it's something the page is aware of. This is not shocking information to the page. Yeah, and I just feel like you're able to step away and deal with that. Because again, you don't want to project anything onto anyone else or look into a problem that's not there. So let's see what abundance is coming to you in the month of September, group number 3. This is awesome. Okay. Humility. Oh, wow. Yeah. Maybe you thought you had totally healed all this rejection from the past. And realizing that it's coming up again is kind of a humbling experience. You're like, oh, wow, it can still come back. Okay, well, I'm definitely willing to work on that. Signs, again, this person is like super psychic over here. The hawk person, very dialed into spirit. They're just so at peace and so excited that you're here, and they just want to give the world to you. They are so sure. And so I feel like the assuredness of the hawk is going to allow this butterfly page to heal this rejection, like boom, to heal it a lot faster. That's amazing. Okay. We also have trust. And look, we have the little butterfly in the palms. I feel like a lot about this connection is this page, this butterfly energy, learning to trust another party in a relationship in general, which is a huge life lesson. And what better partner to do it with than the hawk? This is beautiful. I'm so excited for you, group number 3. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me. Those were your messages. If you chose the beautiful Snapdragon flowers, I will go ahead and step back from your energy at this time, sending you tons of love and light, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye.